Hello. Okay, here's what's going to happen today. I threw in a bonus workout, so you already have a 45-minute workout and a 15-minute workout up this week, but I wanted to throw in a little something extra. I know a lot of people have some time off and are maybe looking to work out in that time, so this one is going to be a 30-minute workout. It's going to be full body, a little bit of strength, but mostly cardio and abs, focusing on the obliques. One more thing before we get into it. I am pregnant. The side view is not very dramatic. It'll be more dramatic in a few months. But this workout is all low impact with the exception of jumping jacks and butt kicks in our warm-up. So everything is pretty much doable for everyone. I will give you low impact options. For those jumping jacks and the butt kicks, I will be doing mostly the modified version as well. And then when we get into the ab section, most of it is actually pregnancy friendly, but there is a side plank where I will probably do the modified version. But again, I will show you every version, and you can choose what works best for you. We're going to do a very short warm-up, about 2 minutes and 15 seconds. We're going to go through a little cardio circuit and then do some abs, and then we'll stretch. So you're going to get a full workout in 30 minutes. Let's get you nice and warm. Let's start with your jumping jacks. Arms all the way up and down. Tap those hands overhead and to your sides if you're doing low impact with me. We're going to be right here stepping the alternating leg out to the side. We've got 5 more seconds here, then we're going to stay wide for side lunges in 3, 2, 1. Nice wide stance. And 1 knee at a time. Hinge the hips. Send the butt backwards. See if you can tap the opposite foot. If that's too far, touch the knee instead. If you want to make it harder, pop up on the heel. Big stretch. 3, 2, 1, kick toes, stay tall, kick, see if you can tap the opposite toe without leaning forward. So stay nice and tall and let that leg lift up to your hand. Awesome hamstring stretch, waking up those hips. In 3, 2, 1, let's do some squats. Feet shoulder width apart or a little bit wider, sit back on your heels. Knees are following the line of the toes, chest is nice and high, but we want to sit down, drop it low. Couple more. And butt kicks. Heels to your butt, nice little jog, waking up the quads. Low impact, you're with me right here. Same thing, we're just stepping it. 8 seconds. Then we're going to stagger our stance, 1 foot in front of the other. And we're going to twist towards the front leg. 3, 2, 1. 1 foot up, 1 foot back. Open up towards that front leg and then swap it. Same thing. Reaching through that back heel. Nice big twist. Opening up towards that front leg, waking up that back, those obliques, that calf. 3, 2, 1, side bends and twists. Side bend each way, and then give me a twist each way, rotating the upper body, waking up the obliques, and the back. Keep going through that combo. Nice big reach over, keeping the chest open to the wall in front of you or to me. 3, 2, 1, arm circles, big circles back, loosen up those shoulders. We're going to use them. A few more, and then open and hug. Alternate which arm hugs on top, stretching out your chest and your back. A few more times, and relax. All right, so here's what you need. You definitely need a light pair of dumbbells. I've got 5s here, whatever feels like light to you. You could stick with those for this whole workout. But when we get into the oblique section, I find it easier to hold on to 1 medium dumbbell. So the weight is going to be the same. I've got a 10, so obviously you split the 10 in half and it's 5 and 5, so you could use both and just hold on with both hands. I just find it easier to hold on to 1 dumbbell for those particular moves. But if you don't have a medium or a heavier dumbbell, totally fine to use the pair of lights. But if you've got that, I've got a pair of 5s and 1 10. I'm going to start with the pair of 5s, and we're going to do a format that is very classic to CrossFit. We're going to do 21 reps of 3 different moves, then 15 reps of those same 3 moves, then 9 reps of those same 3 moves. So 21, 15, 9. Your 3 moves are this. 1 is thrusters. So you're going to hold both dumbbells over your shoulders, palms face in towards your face. You're going to squat as you stand. You're going to press the dumbbells up overhead. That's it. You can do it nice and smooth like this, down and up, or you can break it up. Squat, stand, press, reset. whatever pace works for you, as fast as you can go with good form. After the thrusters, 21 whole reps of those, you're gonna go right into skiers. For skiers, you want a narrow stance so your arms can easily clear your legs without smoking yourself in the legs. So nice and narrow. When the arms are up overhead, the legs are relatively straight. As the arms come down, the knees bend. Then you float back up. So it's like the opposite of a kettlebell swing. The emphasis is down. Push, float back up. Push, float back up. It's just a little bend. Push, back up. Push, back up. If that feels like too much for you, or this is a new movement for you, shoulder height or eye height is perfect. You don't have to go overhead. You can stay right here, okay? So 21 reps of the skiers, then into speed hammer curls. So you're gonna run with just the upper body. One weight comes in, the other arm extends. Then you just switch it. One in, one extend. And you're just gonna pump those arms like you're running with only your upper body. I'm in a little bend, a little hinge, and one in, one out. Right and left for those is 1 rep. So that means 1, 2, 3, all the way to 21, okay? So that was 21 thrusters, 21 skiers, 21 speed hammer curls, then 15 of each, then 9 of each. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna do it at the exact same time as you. You can either go faster or slower than me and count your own reps and plow through it, or don't even worry about counting, and when I switch to the next move, you just switch to the next move with me, okay? So we have 5 minutes to get through it. We don't need 5 minutes, I don't think we do. Whatever time is left is going to be our rest, okay? So you wanna hustle through it. We ready? 21 thrusters in 3, 2, 1, let's get it done. Down and up. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, find your pace. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, think about that form. 13, 14, 15, 16, round one's the worst. 17, 18, 19, 20, then into your skiers. Once you get through 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, little bend, 7, 8, 9, shoulders down and back, 11, 12, keep breathing, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Then into your speed hammer curls, 1 in, 1 out. Right and left is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Hustle. Once you get through your 21s or into your 15s, if you need a rest, take it. If not, go for it. We're getting there. You can keep time with me or do your own pace. Once you get through those, it's skiers. Overhead if you can. Feeling the shoulders. Once you get through those, speed hammer curls. Once you get through your 15s, again, rest or go right into your 9s if you're feeling good. 9 reps of everything, whatever pace you're at. Whenever you finish, you can pop those weights down. You can take a nice breather, grab a sip of water, not too much, or you're gonna feel it the whole next exercise, but just a little sip, a little rest. Recover as best you can, and if you're still finishing up, you've got time, so enjoy it. Take it, finish that work. You have a little over a minute to go, and you wanna finish and get some rest in before we get into the next section. So I'll give you some time to wrap it up, unless you're way faster than me, or you're keeping time with me, and then we're all done together. A few deep breaths, and then even if you're finishing up, keep going, but I'll explain what's coming up next. Sully's made an appearance. Next up, very similar format, 21, 15, 9 deadlifts, like a stiff leg or a Romanian deadlift. So just a gentle bend in the knees, feet shoulder width apart or whatever is a comfy stance for you. You're gonna send the hips, the butt back to the wall behind you. Dumbbells are gonna travel really close to your legs as you hinge, flat back, head in line with the spine, loading those hamstrings. Once you get down as far as you can with good form, that means if that back is starting to round or you're feeling some pain, some tension in areas you shouldn't be, areas other than the hamstrings or the glutes, then you might want to stay up taller, but you can come right down and up if that feels good. Once you get through those, right into kettlebell swings. If you're using 2 dumbbells, you can hold them together, hinge and push, or you can use your 1, whatever works for you, but it's just gonna be a little hinge. Little hinge, sending the butt back, send the hips forward, squeeze the glutes, so 80% of the power comes from your legs. Last move, overhead press. Just palms forward, shoulders to overhead, nothing crazy. Okay, when you're ready, we've got 21 deadlifts to go, okay? I'm gonna count out loud, maybe that's helpful for you, maybe it's throwing you off, so feel free to mute me or turn down the volume for the next section, but I'll count so you can keep pace with me if you'd like, or you can always go faster or slower, and if you're going slower, feel free to either go at your pace or switch moves when I do. Here we go, 21 deadlifts, hinge and stand. 1, 2, only as fast as you can go with good form. 3, 4, gentle bend in the knees. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, keep that back flat, 16, 17, 18, 19, almost there, 20, one more, 21, right into your swings, nice and wide, hinge and push, 1, 2, power from the legs, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, if you're not comfy overhead, 8, go shoulders or eyes belly out, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, one more, 21. Right into your overhead presses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, shoulders to overhead, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, strong core, 18, 19, 20, one more, 21. Awesome, back to those deadlifts, 15 reps. Down and up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, last 2, 14, 15, into your swings. Hinge and push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, power from the legs, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Overhead press. Now the shoulders. 1, 2, ribs tucked. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Woo! 9 reps, deadlifts, hinge and stand. Let's go. 1, 2, are we getting sweaty? 3, I am. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, last one. 9, let's see those swings. Hinge and push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, more than halfway. 6, 7, 8, 9, overhead press. 1, let's finish strong. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and rest. If you're still finishing up, get through those reps. You still have 35 seconds to do so. Then we'll move on to our oblique circuit. If you're all done, enjoy some rest, grab a sip of water, recover. Relax those limbs, shake it out. You've got 15 seconds to wrap it up. Now just 10. Finish up those reps. 5 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Awesome, awesome job. So now we're into our last circuit, which is our oblique circuit, where we're focusing on the core. You, again, can use your pair that you've been using, or it might be easier grip-wise to focus on one medium dumbbell. Of course, you could do the same thing with the lighter. You could hold both sides of that lighter dumbbell instead of holding 2, whatever feels good for you, but I want you to get a challenge out of it. That's why I've kind of upped it and used 110 instead of just one of the 5s. The first move we're going to do is a standing oblique chop. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find a nice, comfy, stable stance, feet about shoulder width apart, gentle bend in the knees. I'm feeling strong. I'm not easily knocked over, okay? I'm gonna hold both sides of my dumbbell. I'm either gonna go all the way from up overhead in the opposite corner, or I'm gonna go like shoulder eye height, and I'm gonna come down, feeling that crunch, that little chop onto one side. So just up and down, up, down, bringing that body over a little bit with that dumbbell. We're gonna do 20 seconds on one side, right into 20 seconds on the other side, then we get to rest and move on to a new move, okay? So holding the core, lifting up from the pelvic floor, into the spine, wrapping the obliques around like we want them to touch the belly button. So we're nice and flexed, we're held tight like someone's gonna punch us in the stomach, but we can breathe through that flex, and I want you to breathe. During the hardest part of the movements, let the breath out, okay? That's gonna keep the abs in nice and tight, okay? Breath out, breath out. Ready? 20 seconds, whatever side you wanna start with in 3, 2, 1, let's get it done. Corner to corner, feeling that crunch, breathing through it. In 7 seconds, I want you to go right into the other side, no rest between sides. 3, 2, 1, switch sides, corner and down. Crunch with it. Let that body start turning, start crunching with that dumbbell so it pulls you a little bit. 10 seconds, then you get to rest. Whew. Those abs are gonna be on fire. And 3, 2, 1, rest. We're gonna hold the dumbbell in one hand. We're gonna do standing oblique side bends. I like to put the other hand on my hip, right where my waist bends, but you can leave it down, whatever's comfy for you. Stand nice and tall, ribs tucked under so they're not flared, no arch in that back. We're gonna do a big bend towards it. Feel that crunch, feel that stretch, even bigger bend away from it. Let's try. Big bend towards it, bigger bend away. Take your time, don't rush it. We care more about that range of motion and that core position than we do about speed. The cardio stuff is over. Now we're into these slow, controlled movements, focusing on that breath. A lot of people think the bend towards the dumbbell is the big get. It's truly the bend away from that dumbbell. Let's switch sides, right into the other side, big bend towards it, even bigger bend away. Take that dumbbell with you. Whew, feel that nice crunch, that stretch, and then do the same thing on the other side. Sally cannot get enough of us today. That's how cool we are. Beagle party. 12 seconds, then we get to rest. He has no fear of being clocked with a dumbbell, which is my biggest concern. 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1, and rest. We're gonna come down on the mat, on your knee. One knee down, one foot down. I want you to hold both sides of this dumbbell, okay? We're gonna do kneeling wood choppers. If you have knee issues, you can always put a towel or a face cloth under this back knee to give you some extra support. Sully, they cannot see me when you stand right in front. Okay, we're gonna tap the dumbbell to the floor or as close as you can get it to the floor, right back by that knee, and then we're gonna bring it in close to the chest and press it. Let's try. Tap, in, twist and press. Back, I would go a little bit quicker and smoother if I didn't have a beagle head, like inches from my dumbbell. So if you want to speed yours up and make it a little more fluid, you can do that. But keep the dumbbell close to your body and then twist to the opposite side as you press. Now the big get here is at the bottom when you tap it to the floor far back by that knee, that crunch is so good. 3, 2, 1, switch sides. Other knee down, other foot up, right into it. Tap, twist, and press. Tap, twist, and press. So obviously we get tons of obliques here, but we get a lot of shoulders too on that twist and press. 15 seconds down, 15 to go. We're getting very close to a rest. We're only going through this whole circuit twice, so we can make the most of every single move, already knowing it's the second last time you have to do it. 3, 2, 1, rest. We're gonna go back to that first side. Now, we're gonna hold the dumbbell in the same hand as the front leg, holding it overhead, palm forward, okay? Shoulder down and back, core tight. I'm gonna hold that dumbbell there, balancing, 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 and try to tap the floor with the other hand. In 3, 2, 1. Keep it up, really good for the shoulder stability, really good for the oblique. Trying to tap that floor. I know you guys cannot see me. There, he's moving. He's on the move. There we go. Now, if this feels like too much, this is a new move for you, the oblique taps. You can always take away the dumbbell and just do it with your hand. 10 seconds. And if it feels too much to touch the floor, don't touch the floor. Just go where you're comfy. And if it feels too easy, touch your whole hand on the floor. Switch sides. Other knee down, other foot up, other arm up. Tap it. So much control. So we don't want to rush it. We want to try to keep that dumbbell exactly where it is. And the body just kind of bends away from it, touching the floor down by this back knee, feeling that amazing stretch in that oblique. Nice crunch in this one. 8 seconds, then we get to rest. Oh, I'm getting nice and drippy. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Next up, we're gonna go into Spider-Man plank. So if you don't have any wrist issues, if you're comfy on your hands and your feet, I would go there. If you have wrist issues, you can always go on your forearms, but you're gonna be in a plank position and you're just gonna take your knee to the same side to that elbow, little crunch towards it. If that feels like too much, just hold a plank. Ready, set, let's go. So plank, knee, up, twisting the body towards that front elbow. Keep going if that feels good. If that feels like too much, you can hang out right here in your plank, or you can come to your knees in a plank, making sure that the hips are in front of the knees so you can still feel the abs and really focus on that form, lifting up from the pelvic floor into the spine. You've got 7 seconds. In 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. We're gonna come into a side plank. So you have a couple options. Hardest option, you're gonna be with your feet stacked, one on top of the other. You're gonna come up, no arm help, hip, dip. If you wanna make it a little bit easier, you can stagger the feet, one in front of the other, and or take the arm down. I'm gonna show you a further modification in a second. Ready? Come on into it. If this feels good with stacked or staggered or arm, awesome. If you want to join me for a modification, I'm going to come down onto my knee, extending the top leg. I'm going to be up on my hands so I have some more height, and I'm going to dip that hip. If you still need some more help here, you can always use that arm. 10 seconds, and then we're going to go right into the other side. If the dip does not feel good, just hold that side plank. You're still going to get tons of oblique action there. 3, 2, one, other side. No rest, so try to transition as quick as you can to the exact same form that you did on that first side. So if you had stacked feet, stack them again. If you staggered, stagger again. If you kept that arm up, keep it up. If you had the arm down, take it down. If you're on your knee with me, I know it's hard to see me when I'm by that dark door. One knee down, bottom knee down, top leg extended, and you can always just hold if you'd rather. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew. All right, one round down, one round to go, then our workout's done. We get to the good part, the stretch. But this time we're gonna do shorter rests. We're just gonna rest for 10 seconds instead of 20 between moves. Back to your oblique chops, if you remember, parallel stance, shoulder, eye, or overhead chopping. Ready? Let's go. Whew. Big push, that breath comes out as that dumbbell comes down. We did this once, we can do it again. You're at the end of the workout here, so if you were saving anything, now's the time to let it out. Sweat it out all over that floor. Empty that tank. 3, 2, 1, switch sides, right into the other side. Let that upper body move a little bit with that dumbbell so you can feel those obliques. 10 seconds down, 10 to go. Then we've got a nice little rest coming up. In 7, in 5, in 3, 2, 1, rest. Whatever side you want to start with for your standing oblique side bends. In 5, 3, 2, 1, big bend towards that dumbbell, bigger bend away. Take your time, set yourself up, lifting up from the pelvic floor into the spine, wrapping the obliques around to tap that belly button. You are flexed, but you are breathing. In 15 seconds, we're going right into the other side, and in less than 5 minutes, including rest, you are done. You did it. 7 seconds. And 3, 2, 1, switch it right into the other side. Let's go. Getting stronger every single rep, building that core strength. In 20 seconds, you get to rest again, and then we're coming down onto the floor for our kneeling wood choppers. Keep that same form that you had on that first side. Keep that same pace. You've got this. 10 more seconds. Find that spot where you can really feel those obliques working. That's why we're here. We want to put in that work. 3, 2, 1, onto the floor. One knee down, one foot down. Hold both sides of this dumbbell. We're going to try to tap to the floor. In 3, 2, 1, crunch, twist, and press. If you can connect with that floor, right back beside that knee and that shin, that's where I want you. That feels like too much, obviously you're gonna stay higher, because you know my favorite saying, it's your body, your workout, your rules. You do you. Whatever feels good for you. You can always modify as needed. You can always take extra rest. 5 seconds, then right into the other side. 3, 2, 1, switch it. Right into the other side, let's go, let's go. Tap to the floor, bring it in to twist and press, obliques and shoulders. Get them both in one move. How's that breath going? Keep breathing. In 10 seconds of rest, and we'll go back to that first side for our overhead oblique taps. In 5, 3, 2, 1, switch sides. Right into that first side again. Same arm as front leg is holding it up, with or without your dumbbell. 3, 2, 1, keep it there. Check that shoulder stability. Check that strength. See if you can connect with the floor. This move is so deceiving. It looks way easier than it is. And even if it feels a little bit easy, it might not feel that way tomorrow when you wake up with some sore obliques. 10 seconds, then we're gonna switch sides. 5 more seconds, see if you can squeeze in 2 more. 3, 2, 1, switch it. That knee down, other foot up, press it up, tap. There we go, right into it. Keep in control of that dumbbell overhead. Nice straight arm, shoulder down and back, away from your ear. 15 seconds is gone, 15 left. How we doing? Getting closer and closer every single rep. You only have 7 seconds left now. In 5, 3, 2, 1, rest. Leave that dumbbell. We're going into your Spider-Man planks, hands and toes, knee to the same elbow. In 3, 2, 1. Option 1, knee to the same elbow, crunching towards it. If that feels like too much, hang out in your plank. If the plank feels like too much, drop to your knees, relax the feet, push the hips forward so we can still feel the abs. 15 seconds down, 15 to go. In 10 seconds, you get to rest. We only have one more move to get through. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. Get ready for your side plank hip dip. So on your forearm, feet stacked or staggered or on your knee. In 3, 2, 1, come on up. Drop and raise that hip or just hold. Stack those feet, one in front of the other. Take the arm down if you need it, or come onto your knee. And if you want some more height so you can get a bigger dip, you can always come up on the hand. 15 seconds, feeling that oblique, squeeze to lift, squeeze to lift. In 8 seconds, right into the other side. In 5, 3, 2, 1, switch it. Let's get right into that other side. So whatever version you were doing, let's see it again. You're gonna be here for 30 seconds. 10 of it is gone already. You can always modify as needed. 15 seconds. Be intentional with that movement. So as you drop, I want you to actively squeeze that oblique to come back up. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. Stay right down here on the floor. This is where we're gonna start our stretch. I want you to come right into a deep lunge. So front knee stays on the floor, big step forward, and I want you to lean into it. Feeling that nice stretch in that back quad and hip, staying up tall if you can. And then let's add a side bend towards our front leg. Now we've got that oblique, and then even deeper stretch into that hip. In 5, we'll switch sides. 3, 2, 1, back to neutral. Take this knee back. Big step forward, just lean into it to start. So we're just focusing on this back quad and hip. And then in 3, 2, 1, take this arm. Big side bend over towards this front leg. Get that oblique involved. Get an even deeper hip stretch. 3, 2, 1. Come back to child's pose. Both knees down. Sit right down onto your feet. From here, I want you to walk both hands over to one side until you can feel this opposite shoulder and oblique start to loosen up. Now just stay there and then gently walk it over to the other side for the same thing. Feeling that opposite shoulder and the oblique, all those overhead presses, all those wood choppers, all those skiers, stretch it out. You got 3, 2, 1. Onto all fours, tuck the toes under. Let's reach into downward dog. So reaching through the heels, butt up to the ceiling, no tension in the neck or spine. Just loosening up those hamstrings, all those deadlifts. 3, 2, 1. Walk those feet and those hands together. Again, give those hamstrings a second to loosen up. And then gently roll yourself up. One more stretch before we go. Nice wide stance. We'll do a side bend. So big reach over, but keeping your chest open. We'll stay there for 9 more seconds. Keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching. Try to stretch out those obliques. In 3, 2, 1. Other side. Big reach over, chest open. Keep active in that reach. Further, further, further. In 5 seconds, we are done. Thank you so much for sweating with me. 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. I will see you in the next one. That was your 30-minute workout, a nice extra bonus one. Ooh, and this is what happened to my hair and my sweat with that workout. I hope yours looks like this too.